Music world, music kids. I am back. It's been forever. I know it's been forever. But like with everybody else, life has been happening. But I am back. And let's get into the Sammie Coming of Age album. It was just released yesterday, the 14th. I had to check because I can't believe we done with summer and fall's about to be here, Halloween, Christmas. Like, it's crazy. Like, time is just flying by. So let's get into this album. If you've been following Sammie since I Like It up to now, or you stopped following him after I Like It, or the Soldier Boy joint, and you thought he quit music, nah, he kept grinding. Following him, he's had recent projects. Sammie was one of them. 31872.0, that's his birthday, and Indigo, like I mentioned, and he's had numerous of other projects. But anyways, let's get back to Coming of Age. So I always do kind of like my top tracks, and this is just a review based on kind of how I feel about the album now. Not because usually I wait until albums, EPs, what have you, have been released for a couple of weeks. I mean, they've been released, but I listen to them. I give them a couple weeks before I give a review. But since I've been gone for so long, I just wanted to jump into the review while it's kind of fresh in my mind. The songs are. But yeah, usually I wait before I jump into a review because for me, just as long, the music, it takes some time to do an album. And for me, it also takes time for a listener. If you like a real true music listener, like you really care that an artist is saying and talking about something in their album, you kind of wait and let it, play it a few times before you actually give like an opinion on it. But anyways, I always choose like a few of my favorite tracks that I've been listening to constant. With his Confessional, Exploration Day. I can't sing, but I don't care. But that's one of my top songs of his. Shoes, Good Girls, Be Alone. I call this like a bonus song of mine. His Daddy track. That took me back to his From the Bottom to the Top album. Hero, the song Hero, where he's kind of like paying homage to like his dad, his mom. Like, it's kind of like a personal track. That's how I feel about Daddy. Let's get into the album though. So, like I said, if you've been keeping up with Sammie and you follow him on social media, I'm sure you noticed that he's been in a relationship. I'm not going into detail because I don't know these folks like that personal to be telling or whatever. I'm just assuming from what I've been seeing, but in hearing in his music, that he's been in like a serious relationship that I believe, I don't know if he's still with her or not, but if you've been listening to his recent projects, I'm assuming the majority of those songs were based on that relationship with that particular woman. And with this, and it's like every time I listen to, and every, from I Like It up to now, I know everybody always says this, it's growth. This is growth. I'm showing growth in my album, but it's true. Like, you can definitely, like, he's gradually like mature, like everybody is. Whatever you do in life, you always have the milestones. Music is life. It is life. Like you're writing and singing and rapping about your experiences, what you're going through, and like the steps you're taking to better yourself. And I think with this album, it's a lot of talk about the relationships that he's been in, temptation of course with when you start to get recognized, and you have women thrown at you, you have liquor, and there's partying, and like you still in that phase of like, I want this relationship, I want this, but it's like at this time I'm getting back to like, people are starting to like, hey, Sammie's he's still doing music. Like, I like what I'm hearing. Like, he's at that point where people are starting to recognize who he is again. Like, if you haven't followed, I'm not talking about like somebody like me that's been knowing he's never stopped music. Like, he's kept doing music, but I'm talking about people who may have forgot him after like the Soldier Boy single. They're starting to recognize him now because social media, it's helpful when it comes to like business marketing and just things like of that nature. But he's speaking on relationships, temptation of what this life. You can throw the song that he did with Rick Ross, when he's talking about like, when you are in the spotlight, when you're an entertainer, especially a guy, you deal with the good life, the temptations that come at you. And again, he's talking about love. And then he has another artist who I can appreciate. Like, he's so dope. Eric Bellinger. I know a lot of people know who he is with the show and tell joint on here. But I love Eric Bellinger. I think he's like so underrated. He's been doing music like since forever. Like, not to make him sound old, but he's so dope. So for him to be on this album of Sammie's, I'm like, what a treat. What a treat. But let's see. So I already done gave my top of his song of this album. My allergies, like, is a lot. Anyways, so yeah, the more party songs are, Bad Girl and Bad Gal, and everybody coming with the reggae and the Caribbean. We as Americans, we come up, we grew up on, the Bob Marley, the Sean Paul, the Rihanna, and things of that nature. But it's nice that African music, Afro beats, reggae music is starting to be a part of, the American, music song. Like, I've known of reggae and African artists for some time now, but I'm just saying it's, and I don't know how to feel about it, and I don't know how those artists feel about American artists kind of not taking their style. I don't think it's what it's about. I think since we're starting to see more of reggae and African artists become more popular, like Jadena, people are taking advantage of that wave. It's all about trends and hopping on the wave nowadays. But anyways, so and if you want to get a little, be a little nasty, because Sammie can, he nasty. No, I'm just playing. But Tsunami, that's one of those, sexy, sultry songs. And I believe it's, I know I left because I love you, definitely personal. And you can tell that he's talking about his woman that he's been in a relationship with. And I love how, and he's always made it his business to, when he's doing his music, to kind of put into perspective how us women feel. And I think that's important for male artists to do, like, because a lot of women feel like we're misunderstood. Guys don't understand or appreciate the fact that, we're good women, like, and we're putting as much effort into the relationship, more if that, when we're in relationships. So it's good for an artist like Sammie and other male artists that I listen to kind of look at it from our view. I mean, they'll never understand what it's like to be a woman and to go through what we go through, but it doesn't hurt for them to be like, okay, I messed up and I see what I did. I see what happened where I hurt you. So I left because I love you. Basically explaining, you love somebody so much that you want to let them go, because right now for you can't be that man for her, or you can't be that woman for him, or whichever, whoever you like. It don't matter, gay, straight, bi, whatever you are. Everybody has that moment. Not everybody, but most people have that moment where they're in what you would think a committed relationship would be. And they have to let that person go because they love them that much. Like, I'd rather me let you go so you can be at peace, heartbroken but at peace, and let me get myself together, because right now I can't be committed. I can't give you what you need right now. So I think I left because I love you. That's what that's about. In Shoes, that's basically Sammie. I don't know if that Shoes is when he's talking about how he's basically saying how he would be mad if he saw his girl talking to some other dude or slept with another dude. Like, he's basically saying how women feel. Like, y'all take for granted what you have, and you would definitely be pissed if the tables were turned. So I think I'm not sure if that's the song that I like, and yeah, I'm getting them twisted up. I'm telling y'all, I'm still listening to it. I'm still letting the music marinate, but Sammie doesn't disappoint every time, because with some artists, when I listen to their music, some, not all, I end up skipping songs. I'm trying to see somebody pulling up on me right now. No. I keep hearing doors slamming. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Short-term memory here. But yeah, with some artists, I find myself having to skip like their songs, because it's just, I'm like, where are you taking me with your album? What are you trying to say? Because I can't get into it. And with Sammie, from I Like It, I know it's hard to compare from I Like It to Coming of Age, but his time frame, it aligns with itself. It makes sense. It's just good to see. And I know I'm about to be editing this, and then I'm a remember something that I should have said, and I'm be so mad because I hate missing out. That's why I sometimes like to jot stuff down while I'm trying to so I don't forget what I want to say. But back to what I was saying. I keep getting sidetracked here. Having a squirrel moment. I keep having those moments. But with Sammie, when I put on his music, his album, it's not boring. I'm not from beginning to the end, I'm interested. He keeps my attention. I don't have to skip songs. Like, you want once the first song ends or the intro ends, you're ready to, okay, what he about to sing about now, because that was just dope. I just had that on repeat like 5 different times. What's coming next after the album's complete? But so far so good. Like I said, he doesn't disappoint. Everything that he's put out has been like amazing. But yeah, y'all just comment below. Tell me what you think about this album so far. Again, it was just released. I'm still taking it in. I'm still taking songs in. I gave you my top a few of my favorite songs so far, but it might change because again, I'm still listening to it. But comment, like, subscribe, and tell me what your favorites are below. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.